Hi, everyone, and welcome to Row Smart, Nutrition Strategies for Collegiate Rowing Performance. My name is Adrienne Coates, and today I'm walking you through the latest evidence-based ways to fuel, recover, and perform optimally as collegiate rowers, or as someone supporting one. Whether you're an athlete, coach, or a sports nutrition professional, this course is designed to translate science into strategies you can actually use. The goal of this course is to equip you with a clear, actionable plan for supporting rowing performance through nutrition. We'll break down energy systems, teach you how to structure carb loading protocols, dial in fueling before, during, and after exercise, and we'll also cover evidence-based supplements that can give rowers an extra edge. You'll learn how to tailor nutrition plans based on training phases and even by weight class. And by the end, you'll be able to confidently apply this information in a competitive setting. When we look at rowing, especially in the 2,000-meter event, it's important to understand that multiple energy systems are at work. Early race phases like the start depend heavily on the ATP-PC system for short bursts of power. Mid-race, energy demands shift more towards glycolysis and oxidative metabolism, with oxidative taking over in the final stretch. This breakdown, about 60 to 70% oxidative, 20 to 30% glycolic, and 10% ATP-PCR, guides how we structure fuel intake to different parts of training and racing. The energy systems also vary based on training cycle, so we can periodize nutrition to match. Now, let's connect those energy demands to macronutrients. Rowers need a solid balance of carbs, proteins, and fats, but the volume and timing matter. Carbs are the main fuel source. Recommendations range from 6 to 10 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, especially during intense training. Protein needs range from 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram, ideally distributed across 4 to 6 meals. And fat, mostly from unsaturated fat sources, sits around 1 to 1.5 grams per kilogram per day. Energy costs vary by weight class and session intensity. Lightweights generally need about 2,000 to 2,400 calories a day, while heavyweights need closer to 3,000 or more. Carbohydrate loading is about maximizing muscle glycogen before competition. The classic protocol uses a depletion replenishment method, 3 days of hard training with low carbs to deplete stores, followed by 3 days of tapering and high carb intake. This can work, but often leaves athletes feeling flat during the depletion phase. The modified protocol is more practical for collegiate athletes. It skips the depletion phase and just maintains moderate to high carb intake while tapering training. Studies show that this is effective and far easier to stick to. Replenishment post-exercise is crucial too. Aim for 1.2 grams per kilogram carbohydrates plus 0.3 grams per kilogram protein. This helps replenish glycogen and repair muscles. Fueling strategies change depending on timing. Before exercise, we're aiming to top off glycogen. So 1 to 4 grams of carbohydrates per kilogram of body weight, 1 to 4 hours prior works well. For sessions over 75 minutes or 2-a-day sessions, as in an AM session and a PM session, rowers should take in 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour, ideally as drinks or gels. Afterwards, within 30 to 60 minutes, 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram carbohydrates paired with 0.3 grams per kilogram of protein maximizes both glycogen and muscle protein synthesis. Rowers train at high volumes and need to master recovery. Protein should be spaced out throughout the day, about 0.3 kilograms 0.3 grams per kilogram every 3 to 4 hours, ideally with a leucine-rich source like whey or Greek yogurt. Whey is a very high, fast metabolizing protein, and it will help you get that leucine faster into your system. Hydration also matters. Athletes should replace each pound of sweat loss with around 24 ounces of water. And after AM training, especially if there's a second session later, carbs should be dosed every 30 to 60 minutes for every 3 to 4 hours. For inflammation and recovery, tart juice, omega-3s, and antioxidant-rich foods can be useful, especially when reducing soreness is a goal. But it is not helpful when the goal is hypertrophy, because for hypertrophy, we want that inflammation. This section covers the aids that are backed by research. Caffeine, taken at 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram, about an hour before exercise, improves power output and reaction time. Creatine helps build power over time, especially in strength blocks. You want to look at taking 3 to 5 grams per day for power and sprint training. Beta-alanine buffers acid buildup in high-intensity work, but needs to be loaded daily for about 4 or more weeks. Beetroot juice improves oxygen delivery and economy when taken 2 to 3 hours pre-session. Tart cherry juice reduces inflammation when used 4 to 7 days before an event. Sodium bicarbonate buffers acid buildup outside the cells, helpful for sprint intervals. But GI upset is common, so it is recommended that you practice with taking sodium bicarbonate before competing with it. Collagen plus vitamin C is taken before loading and can support tendon and ligament health. It's great for collagen synthesis. So, to wrap up, nutrition should be considered a competitive edge, not an afterthought. With a strong understanding of fueling and recovery principles, plus a few well-chosen ergogenic aids, we can help rowers recover faster, perform stronger, and stay healthy through the grind of a long season. Thank you so much for joining this course. Now, let's go out there and get our athletes fueled, smart, and performing their best. Here are the references for this CEU course. All right, now it's quiz time. Answer these 14 multiple choice true or false questions to complete this course. You need to pass with a score of 80 or higher.